All right, everyone, we should be live. Let's make sure that's actually the case over on Rumble. Of course, I believe that it is. Of course, chat is working. Welcome to New Hampshire primary night. Yes, indeed, Donald Trump is taking a lead over Nikki Haley. He is at 52%, roughly in line with the polling. We'll be looking at all of that. We're also going to look at the the unprocessed write-ins for Joe Biden over here. Actually, let me check. Can you actually see that? Yes, you can. Okay. If I drag this up and down, I just wanted to make sure that everyone could see the results here. We do have some early preliminary results. Of course, Nikki Haley taking Dixville Notch with 6 votes. She is now behind Donald Trump by about 1,000 votes. Well, a little bit more than that. Ron DeSantis actually getting over 100. Not a big surprise, actually. We'll be talking about all of this and much, much more as the night goes on. I expect that the race will be called fairly early. So just a second here. Let me make sure that everything's going well. Ooh, lots and lots of chats. Lots of people tuning in. Mike the Wop, Michelle Obama and Gavin Newsom. I need this like I need an infected scrotum, according to George Carlin. Yeah, I don't think that anything's going to stop Trump from winning. I think it's already been called for him by several sites, actually. Doubt Shadow, them bishes be chuffin'. Trump 20 plus easy. Joe, Sticks, I'd like to send you a gift. Is your address public? Yes, it is, actually. Let's see. Just a second here. Because we've got a shit ton of chats on both channels. And I'm doing the best that I bloody can. Please tell me who has called the race, because some people are already saying it's been called for Trump. It's not a huge surprise, but yeah. Oh, can't show my firearm in a live stream. Sorry about that. The Great Awakening. Nikki going down faster than when her husband gets deployed. Trump 2024. Brock Sampson 71. Looks like it's already been called. Trump is the winner according to the MSM. Yes, but I need AP called it, CNN called it. I mean, it's not surprising that Trump would win. Now we have to wait to see the gap. How much does Trump win by? I mean, I predicted that he would win. It's like a 99.9% chance. What is the gap, though? If it is beyond 15 points, I suspect that Nikki Haley will drop out. If it's under that, she may remain in through South Carolina, which would be, I mean, insane, but, you know. Mitchie Cool. Hey, Sticks, do you think it's likely Trump breaks 60%? Based on his nearly 53% right now, it's possible. I'd say mid to upper 50s or thereabouts. I mean, I know he's going to win, but it's just a matter of the gap, actually. Opinionated Junkie, the race is close. Yikes. It doesn't look very close. Looks like about a 7-point advantage for Trump right now. And a lot of those rural counties will be Trump territory. So, Celebratory caffeine. Who needs fucking sleep? Stephen Nizek, it's over. DeSantis influencers have called New Hampshire for DeSantis with 69%. Guess Drumpfler is cooked. I will lay off the DeSantis fans. I will say there are a few influencers, so-called, for DeSantis that are being acerbic, that are being antagonistic. Ignore them. Max Nordau does not speak for the entirety of the DeSantis fan base. 2,300 people watching on YouTube, almost 1,000 on Rumble. Yeah, baby. Mulgara85. Clank, finally got my blue check mark on Twitter. Good on you. There's a Czech band called Gutalax. They're a gore grind band, and all their music is shit-themed. I think Sigil Stone would enjoy them. That's disgusting scatophile. Cam2425 IA for the Clank continues. Yeah. Remon C, GTC. Nikki Haley and Sununu in the Mustang. Oh my God. Yeah, I talked about that the other day. Holy shit. Insanity Pepper. Do demons care about politics, or is it just funny to them? I think they find it more amusing than anything else, yes. At least the one that I know finds it hilarious. Just saying. So yes, Donald Trump is in an early lead. We're going to look at the, let's see, unprocessed write-ins. That means mainly Joe Biden, by the way. It looks like Joe Biden will take New Hampshire in the write-in campaign that is unbrokered by his actual party. Donald Trump, meanwhile, remains fairly steadily ahead of Nikki Haley. I expect him to take the state. It's not going to be close. It's just a matter of the gap between the two of them. Right now, Nikki Haley has almost 47%, which is actually above polling. I expect all these rural counties, especially up here, mainly Trump territory. Nikki Haley down here probably gets a bit of a boost in the Seacoast region around Concord. Oh, actually, Donald Trump is up in Manchester. That's unexpected. But yeah, she probably gets a little bit around Concord, the Seacoast region, maybe a few of these places over here. Ooh, it's interesting that she'd be ahead in Lebanon, actually. She might not do so badly after all. Maybe she'll actually be crazy enough to stay in through South Carolina. Then we'll get a couple more live streams. That's good for me, although it's bad for the nation if she doesn't fucking drop out. Not a bad account. Will President Biden save our democracy from Trump? Yes, exactly. He's going to try to save us from democracy by destroying it. Billy, Chatelet times sticks. Take my energy, God Emperor Trump. Chatelet, Chatelet. Great old song. The Grizzly. What do you think of Tim Pool's theory that Biden will mass amnesty a bunch of illegals before or after the election to jumpstart a civil war? I have a hard time believing SCOTUS to let that pass. He doesn't have the ability to unilaterally do so, so I'm not worried about him. He doesn't even know what he's doing. You know, he gets his bran muffin, his prune smoothie, and has his nappy that Jill Biden puts him into, and that's basically his day. Tech crisis. It's rare for me to catch a live stream. You sound strange, not playing at 2x. Interesting. Cat cans. Nikki Haley literally renames people like a gang leader or Jesus. Mulgera. Even if Nikki isn't blown out in the polls, she'll probably have her back blown out by Sununu. Oh, God. Yeah, I think that's already happened, though, dude. Denver the Last Dino. Had a sexy dream about sticks once. I appreciate that. I had an interesting dream about Dave Gahan last night, although it wasn't a sexy one. Sebastian Monroe. While we wait, I had a dream where you bought land and clankers bought surrounding acres in New Hampshire, eventually establishing New Warwickshire, New Hampshire. Would you lead a new town with your serfs tilling fields? I would till them myself. Fuck that shit. I'll take over the fields and I'll garden all of them. As much as possible. Orchid Finance. Never Trumpers are obnoxious Democrats. Not all of them. Just most of them. Doubt Shadow, are you familiar with the idea of aliens being interdimensional beings and the genesis of demonic tales with a spiritual angle? Way scarier. Yes, I've heard the theory. I don't believe that aliens are visiting planet Earth, though. I don't believe that they're angels or demons or anything like that. A drunk changeling. Continuing to make fun of DeSantis is like continuing to bomb Japan because some lost jungle soldier still thinks the war is going on 20 years later. Yeah, there are a handful of DeSantis influencers that are being antagonistic. Ignore them. Ignore Max Nordau. Ignore David Riaboy. Ignore, what's his name? Bill Mitchell. Just ignore them. Ann Coulter. It doesn't. They don't matter. They don't speak for the majority of DeSantis fans. Alarian Horizon. MAGA's ascendant leftoid establishment is afraid. Agreed. The Tex Vet. After that happened with our Texas border with SCOTUS, y'all need to stop banking on them doing the right thing and stopping Biden. I was never banking on that to begin with. They sometimes make bad mistakes. Let's check this. Okay, so Donald Trump remains in the lead at 53. Nikki Haley at 46, roughly. Riding a little bit ahead of polls. Not terribly unexpected. 53 to... Yeah, it's remaining about the same, the differential there. We have unprocessed write-in winning in the Democratic primary in New Hampshire. Unprocessed write-in is winning ahead of Dean Phillips and Marianne Williamson. Now, unprocessed write-in mainly means Biden. We're going to see what the differential is there, though. if Biden comes in below roughly 70 or thereabouts, that's going to be a bad goddamn night for him, because he's supposed to win in an astonishing victory. Joe Biden write-in. Yeah, they haven't processed any of the write-ins. Most of these people are write-ins, though, so not all of those will be Joe Biden votes. I'm expecting he's probably at about 70 right now, which is all right. It's not terrible. It's ahead of 50. That's really, if he gets below 50, then that's really going to be a problem. But it looks like he'll probably eclipse that. Not surprising, and that's fine. Pigar, where's Anton from Roanoke, Texas? He is probably asleep by now. Simple logic. Apparently, they're having to print more ballots due to running out. Dems voting in mass, apparently for Nikki. Some of them are voting for Donald Trump, though. They think he'll be easier to beat. Brock Sampson, 71. Sticks, I really believe DeSantis was pressured into running. Your thoughts? No. I think that he ran on his own accord. I don't think he was pressured into it. I think that he saw the polling and he's like, oh, well, I have a chance. And then, of course, it sort of fell flat. The text vet. By y'all, I was referring to the chat people saying SCOTUS won't allow this and that. Not you, Sticks. I know you know better. Lol. Exactly. Salty Celt. If Haley was to win, I would stay home. She won't win. No, she'll definitely lose to Trump tonight. It's just a matter of the gap between the two of them. Will Scott, Sticks, been following you since 2015. Hands down the best political commentary on the interweb. Thanks for all the truth. Well, thank you for your donation. Dat Pie over there. Raw is going to Netflix next January, and The Rock just joined the board of TKO, UFC and WWE owners. Are you watching the Royal Rumble on Peacock Saturday? I know nothing really about UFC or WWE, so no, I won't be. Joe Schmo, hiya, Sticks. What do you think the next decade in America will look like if Joe Biden wins re-election? Recession and pain, mainly. Russ Hanneman, I just got back from voting for Nikki Haley, said nobody ever. Yeah, exactly. I don't know where her fans are. I've seen like 2 or 3 of them on Twitter. Wasted Bonehead, good evening from the grave. Time to shit on Sigil Stone in front of 10,000 clankers. Good luck, my man. Granite State Man is a resident of New Hampshire since 1985. I am so proud to vote Trump and save our republic. MAGA, let's go. Good on you. Bisjack, you have 10 points to allocate, and the strength, dexterity, defense, and intellect. I'd put most of it into intelligence, actually. Yeah, put a couple of points in the others. You know. Let's see. What are we at here? Donald Trump has over 20,000 votes. Nikki Haley about 17,000. It's 53 to 46 in the percentiles. Ron DeSantis getting a couple hundred. Chris Christie, 9 votes. Yeah. Total write-ins, 9. Ryan Brinkley. Doug Burgum getting a couple of votes. Mike Pence. Vivek Ramaswamy. Mary Maxwell. Rachel Swift. And then nobody else has anything. Of course, you've got to realize that only a slim number of votes have come in. It's not even complete in most of these counties, so we're going to be going for probably at least another hour. If we go down to the Democrats, unprocessed write-in is currently winning the write-in election there, which is not a huge surprise. Dean Phillips, actually, getting about 21%. That's better than expected, by the way. He's the main Democratic challenger of Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the write-in. Most of these will go to Joe Biden, but we're not exactly sure what proportion will be. I'd say probably about he's at the upper 60s or thereabouts. Some of those write-ins will be for all of these people, so we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Let's see. HB says, clank. Leonce the Lion, what a world we live in. Ohio Governor DeSwine says yes to child transitions, but no to marijuana. Fucking clown world. Honk honk, motherfucker. Keep rocking, Sticks. Thank you, I shall. The almighty Loli. Howdy from Kentucky. More Trump means more fun. Yes, exactly. That's the whole point. The funniest outcome is the one that we're aiming for. Cheeky pseudonym. Big Mike wins on write-in. Bobby Dowd. Tanuki Haley. I say poo-poo pee-pee poo-poo pee-pee. Thanks for the live stream. Clank. Mark Shackleford sent 666. No comment. Thank you. We're going to have a good goddamn night. Cat Cans. Good evening from Anton's in Roanoke, Texas. Use promo code STICKS for some delicious meats and other gourmet snacks and gifts, including Sticks merch. Use Anton's USA or King of Biltong or something. Yes, kingofbiltong.com. Absolutely. He sent me another package. It's a lot of goddamn meat. I'm going to have some goddamn fun with that. Ladies of the Mountain, Clank, longtime listener. Thank you. David Hunter, voted first thing this AM. Mugga from Grafton, New Hampshire. I've been to Grafton. Actually, I was born in that county. In specifically Hanover, I think it was. Yeah, Dartmouth Hitchcock or whatever the fuck it was. Emperor Soft Turtle, did someone mention that Canada lost the case against the truckers? EA was abuse of power. Now, this might not hold, but it is nice for now. Yeah, it won't hold in the end. They'll appeal. Taco Woman, Sandy Ravage. Please shout out my blackened death metal band, Gnashing. We're playing the Antichrist Resurrection Fest at Siberia in NOLA this Saturday. We're playing with the Witch Burial, Faustian, and Skulldozer. Sounds like a good goddamn lineup. Man, I wish I could attend. Lots and lots of caffeine. That's what I gotta have. It's late at night. What can I say? Let's see. 23,000 votes for Trump. 20,000 for Nikki Haley. It looks like about as expected. Trump is running up well ahead of her, although it's in the single-digit margin now. We're going to see because you got to understand some of these counties here are probably Trump territory around this area here and probably down here. This area is going to be more Nikki Haley, like the Seacoast region, Concord, Manchester. She's going to have more of an advantage there. But the plurality of counties, I expect to go for Trump. We've got to wait, though, for a while because I don't think the polls have actually closed. Let me check the time. Yeah, the polls haven't closed in all the counties yet. Also, my phone's not even charging at the moment. Just a second here. That would be a problem. I've got to have my phone working, dude. There we go. Good enough. Keep charging. Okay, there we go. Gotta have that charging. Lots of chats. 4D Kids, you are rocking that outfit. What would encourage you to show up sometime with black nails and eyeliner? I've done that before, actually. I would consider it doing it again. Swamp Donkey, Beanie Boy saying the Texas situation is our Fort Sumter. What do you think? Also, make sure to get all of Anton's meat in your mouth. Yeah, gagging on that meat. No, I don't think that the situation in Texas is going to be like a Civil War situation. I think it's going to be a protracted SCOTUS battle more than anything else. Snack Bottle, looking forward to the comfy election night in November. Mulgara 85. Haley vowed she wouldn't drop out post New Hampshire. Thoughts? Do you think she'll remain in the race or drop out after NH? It depends on the gap. If she loses by single digits, I think she stays in. If it's outside of that, I think that she's pressured to drop out. Right now, if I had to guess, I'd say it'll be by the high single-digit margin, which means probably she stays in, which is good for me because then she gets slamma-jammed in her own home state. It'll be even funnier. Snack Bottle, what do you think of Poll now hating on Trump? Also the Sticks threads. I don't have any opinion on the latter. And on the former, there have been those threads forever anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Politically incorrect. Hates on every candidate. Eric Jimenez, here's some money. Don't spend all of it making an erotic music video from the character from that cartoon you like. You mean Hell of a Boss, I think. Yeah, I know there was some creator had, I can't remember the username, had some artist make like a 30-second video of him getting seduced and fucked by by Lucifer's daughter from Has Been Hotel or something like that. Charlie, you know, the lesbian chick from Has Been Hotel. And people were mystified by that. Apparently he had a lot of subscribers and stuff, but now he's hemorrhaging support because he's a pervert. Felix Fanboy Rico. And another timeline sticks is a Lord of Cider. Apple cider is good. Negro. Just became a licensed pipe fitter. Just doubled my income. Just wanted to say thanks for the white pills and the push for self-improvement. Thank you very much and good on you. Brock Sampson, 71. Why are these bullshit court cases against Trump being allowed? Because courts can act with impunity, unfortunately. RM. First time, long time Sticks. What are your thoughts on the whole 80s thrash metal scene? Satan is a good band. Yeah, Trial by Fire by Satan. Listen to it. Tell me that isn't great. Elasmo Bruh. Didn't know, but I am not surprised that the almighty Loli is a clanker. Nice. Joe Biden. Trump can't get a 10-point gap. 2020, here we go. Giniarella. Hey, Sticks. Is Haley wearing sweaters lately to seem more relatable? Can't understand how anyone takes her seriously. By the way, I'll be vacationing near Lake Bomazene next month. I love Vermont. Yeah, Lake Bomazene is pretty cool, actually. I don't know why she wears sweaters. It could be due to the cold. It could be because she wants to be relatable. It could be because she's fucking freezing to death. I mean, it is New England. Stephen Nizek, any news on Ryan Binkley, the hero who took out Bushite Asa Hutchinson? Not that I know of, no. I'll look into it. President Irina Vladimirovna Putina. Hey, Sticks, been trying to sleep on my semi-truck for the last 7 hours, failing spectacularly, and my alarms go off at 2300. Weird thing is, not even tired yet, despite being up since last night. Interesting. Get some goddamn sleep, my dude. Or dudette, I don't know. Raymond Holguin sent $5. No comment, thank you. Violate the Magistrate. I need this $3 more than you, but I want to help. No, it's definitely a help. Thank you very much. Prep Gods, been following for a while. Love watching you, and I live near Manchester, so it's fun to hear you talk about New Hampshire. I was born in New Hampshire, actually. By the way, let's check these. 26,000 for Trump, 22,000 for Nikki Haley. The gap roughly is expected. And we've got more results will be coming in the next roughly 15 minutes. Dean Phillips still far behind unprocessed write-in for the Democratic primary in New Hampshire. I do expect Joe Biden to win on his write-in. It's just, again, it's a matter of the gap between him and the also-rans. Crisco Fist, big thanks to the Dilly meme team for destroying Meatball DeSantis in record time. Brendan Dilly is leading the way in new media warfare. Knox, victory to our glorious golden god emperor Trump. Yes, he will have victory. It's just a matter of what gap he has victory by. WSO check $4.99. No comment. Thank you. Felix Fanboy Rico. I linked the flame long ago. Simple Logic 90. Want to start doing some veggie gardening next year. Is starting with potatoes this spring a good place to start? Don't have the money to do much more. Potatoes aren't difficult. You literally just take a chunk of potato and shove it in the ground a few inches down with some good compost and also wood ashes. If you burn wood, you take the ashes, that's your phosphate, and you put a sprinkling in there with the potato, and it'll help it grow. Big the Gangster Cat. Lawa mama mamila mi wille Asian tump. I agree. I don't know exactly what that means. Agornath 1. Nikki Haley is Hillary Clinton minus Chairman Mao pantsuits. Yeah. Killshot RC. What's up, Sticks? I'm loving the evening streams. My mom and I catch it while fixing dinner. That's about all. Peace out. I already ate dinner earlier. Moot the Cat. Maytag blue cheese in the name of MAGA heralded our victory in Iowa. I munch it once again for a new English victory. Huzzah! Hashtag Maytag. America's Roquefort. Will Scott, do you film noir? Yeah, film noir is fine. I like atmospheric film. Absolutely. Razor Fist would agree with me on that one, I think. We'd have film night would be better than pizza night or steak night with me and Razor Fist. Trump's pulling ahead. He's now at 54. Nikki Haley's at 45. So, again, It'll be on the edge, I think. I don't know if it'll be double digits or high single digits, but it'll be one of the two. Ministry of Wrongthink. His name is Verbalace. His Discord was leaked, wherein he expressed base comments about trans people lying to themselves. People then leaked his music video on his birthday as political retaliation. You know, I don't have a problem with him wanting to fuck Charlie from Has Been Hotel. But, you know, you got to expect if you've got that sort of shit out there, you know, at some point somebody's going to notice. Aerodynamic 11. George Carlin, Jon Stewart, Bill Maher, and Ricky Gervais have done more to destroy discourse than any MSM since they encourage nihilism politics. Joe Schmo, what are your thoughts on Russia's formal declaration that the 1867 sale of Alaska was illegal? I don't give a fuck what the Russians say about that. Also, SNO, the almighty Loli, I 100%ed all his berserk vids. Opinionated Junkie, would female president husband be called first gentleman? Yes, actually, that would literally be the title, which would be hilarious. Kalashnikov, will Nimrod endorse Trump when she drops out? I actually cannot tell you yes or no. I don't know. She might be crazy enough to stay in for a long time, actually. Let's see. Yeah. There's a shit ton of comments. I'm doing the best I bloody can. Neverson42, don't forget to go touch grass. I went hiking a few months ago and found a rotted out rusty hunk of steel that has since been restored into a functional 1950s Mossberg 185K, a bolt action shoddy. Nice. Denver the Last Dino. Sticks, please say hi to my son, Roman. Hello, Roman. Denver the Last Dino's son. Cool dude. Wasted Bonehead. Sticks, let's perform some necromancy and resurrect Chris Christie's campaign. Vogue Godzilla. No, he's hungrier than Godzilla. It's not the high tension wires he wants to bring spinning down. He's going to bring down the buffet. Trip Boom. What do you call it when you get gonorrhea from a disabled hooker? The slow clap. Oh, God. Russ Hanneman. This is Sigil Stone and not Russ Hanneman. Dead lives matter. Music and fiction. Watching Rich Barris on the split screen. He's saying Manchester is likely going Trump heavy, as well as Nashua. Nashua would be a Trump territory, I think. Game, set, match. Sounds like the closeness aspect right now is all wind and sails. Yeah, I can believe it. I've been to Nashua a few times, and it doesn't seem like natural Nikki Haley territory. Swamp Donkey, do your best Skin Blade impersonation while admiring Anton's biltong, please. You mean Sling Blade? I don't know what you mean. Daniel, check out X Gran Pepino on Twitter. I'll have to do that. So many chats. Oh my God. Too many to actually keep up with. Jesus Christ. How can I even get to the politics? Just a sec. 29,000 for Trump at 54.4, 23,000 for Haley at 44.7. Ron DeSantis getting almost 400 votes. Some write-ins. Christie has 36. It's not a surprise. He actually had quite a bit of support in the state. He'll probably get a few hundred votes. Meanwhile, to the Democrats, we have unprocessed write-in winning at the moment. Dean Phillips coming in second, and Marianne Williamson a distant third. We have a smattering of votes for Derek Nadeau, Vermin Supreme. Yeah, he's running as a Democrat, which shows he's a sellout. John Vale, Paperboy Prince, Donald Picard, President Body, Gabriel Cornejo, Jason Palmer, Mark Greenstein, Starlock, Paul LaCava. These are very serious candidates, by the way, and going on down. Imagine that you're like Frankie Lozada, and yeah, apparently he didn't even vote for himself, I suppose. Poor bastard. Anyway, Trump is riding up towards 55. It's about in line with polling. Haley is gobbling up all of the undecided votes, it seems, but it's not going to be enough. No, Trump is going to win. 16% of votes counted, and Trump is riding about 10 points ahead. So I think the writing is clearly on the wall. As expected, I expect to wake up tomorrow and find that the race has been called. I think a couple of outlets already have called the race for Trump. Let's see. Knox, I really can't wait to see the God Emperor Trump memes again. Maybe we'll get another float. Yeah, exactly. You remember that one with Sabaton's song there, and there was the giant Trump float, with him as literal God Emperor. Dr. Zeodin, sir, I have a plan. Mein Führer, I can walk. I get the reference. Excellent movie, by the way, Dr. Strangelove. How I'll stop worrying and love the bomb. DMM Forbes, Trump needs real separation according to the Helmut Northpot primary model. What do you think? I don't know. I don't exactly know what that primary model is. House of Schlepp, greetings from Houston. What are your predictions regarding the timing of Nikki Haley's campaign termination? Thank you for what you do. It depends on the gap tonight. If she loses by 15 or more, I think she probably drops. If she loses by less than that, and she will lose, I suspect she'll stay in through South Carolina because she's goddamn crazy. WSO Check, longtime viewer. Did you see the reports of the progressive movement to write in ceasefire now? Will the numbers of those votes be released? They'll be under the other category. I suspect they'll be released, but only in the official paperwork. Big the Gangster Cat, you said, I want Trump as our president. Learn Toki Pana, the language of good. Opali Kalama, translation, clank. RM, you think Obama energy is a thing to swap Biden? No, Michelle Obama, I do not believe will run. Raman C, GTC, your Arnold and Bernie impressions are awesome. I'll get to the chopper. I do a better Bernie Sanders than I do an Arnold, though. President Irina Vladimirovna Putin. Can I get a shout out again for the almighty lowly guy? Is a great reviewer of various series with base takes. Also, tell him to give the PS2 era of the Ace Combat series a go and then review it. I don't know if I ever played that, actually. I used to like, what was it? Well, I don't know if it was PS2. I think it was N64. Command and Conquer and some of those games. I don't know. What was my favorite PS2 game? I liked Medal of Honor Frontline a lot. John Cody, Chatelet, think there will be a San Antonio riots when Big Don reascends the throne? Probably will be. So people ahead of the election should definitely prepare for the possibility of left-wing violence. Absolutely. We're going to need rooftop Koreans, my dude. Senor Faces, do you actually know about Tohu and Fumo plushies? I know what a Fumo plushie is, and I'm not interested in them at all. Scathing take. Biden should have his name legally changed to unprocessed write-in. My boost is numbers. Please assure my new tech audience my return draws near. Clank. Scathing take is coming back soon. Don't worry, everyone. Horwitz, Feinberg, and Horwitz. Stick staying up late to stream? How much blood do you have left circulating in your energy drink stream? I've got lots and lots of caffeine. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine unless my heart gives out, and that'll take a while. Kevin Strange sent $5. No comment, thank you. The Kiefer 522. Wise man once say, he who stand on toilet, high on pot. I love that. It reminds me of a joke I can't recreate on YouTube. Maybe I'll tell it on a New Tech exclusive at some point. Places where they have a fucking sense of humor. Mike the Wop, do you find similarities between Perot and Trump? I feel like they make Perot look crazy back in the day, but I think it was just because he was going against a corrupt government like Trump is today. Yeah, but Trump will actually get the nomination, so there's a difference. Joel Kagerman, hi Sticks. What type of margin of victory does Trump need for Haley to actually give up and go away? I set it at 15 points, and right now it's at about 10 points, so it's decent. It's within the expected range right now. Let me check this. Yeah, 29,000 to 24,000 with 16% counter. We've got a lot of counties to go, and you've got to realize, other than a few urban areas in the Seacoast around Concord, possibly Manchester, but it looks like Trump might be winning that as well. Nikki Haley is at a disadvantage, so I expect Trump's lead to grow over the night. And also, we're going to be getting more results probably for more counties in a few minutes because we're running up on, we're riding up on the end of polling results from a lot of those counties. Tom, do you think we'll have a World War III? Also, will the people accept the draft? I'm hopeful that we won't, and I don't think there will be a draft. Joe, Sticks, I love you, man. My Army vet buddy showed me your videos right before the 2016 election. I've been sending Patriots to your content ever since. Never changed, my man. MAGA. Excellent. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for your clanking support. Kevin Strange. Sticks, can I get a shout out for my ultra-violent post-apocalyptic splatterpunk novel Vampire Guts in Nuketown on Amazon? It's in paperback and Kindle. Send me a copy. DM me on Twitter for details. And I would like to read something like that. Splatterpunk? Yeah, I like splatterpunk. Written some splatterpunk, actually. Vercom Prices, have you heard the Kerry Lake bribery tape? Yes, I did, actually. I will probably be talking about that tomorrow. I've got to dig in a little bit more into that. 69, a drummer. Some talk around the campfire about Victoria Nuland being involved in Ukraine. Thoughts? Also, hello, Pure Bloods. Yes, Pure Blood for life. No, I don't have any thoughts because I'm actually not sure about that. Again, DM me on Twitter with details if you have anything further. Ozzy's Robots. Did you hear the Kerry Lake audio? Yes, I just addressed that. The head of Arizona's GOP tried to bribe her to quit her run for Senate, said the election was honked, and mentioned cartels. I'm still not 100% sure that's not some sort of deep fake. I need confirmation. But yeah, it looks damning, admittedly. Of an Anaconda, Vermin Supreme for president. Yes, the dude that wears a boot on his head. Brock Sampson, 71. Your thoughts on the meme George Soros' son posted about Trump? Did you see it? Yes, I talked about it the other day, actually, in my live stream with Alex Soros, with the Atlantic article. SunnyCat85, check out K2N Online Paddle School. Clank. Michikool, poor Asa Hutchinson hasn't got a single vote yet, nor have most of these morons. Yeah, Donald Trump has been called, by the way, as the winner by AP, leading by 9 points currently. There are no longer enough places left. Donald Trump has won the state of New Hampshire, as expected. It has been called by AP and apparently several other sites as well at this time. And we should go to the Democrats then. Yeah, I guess unprocessed write-in has won. In other words, Joe Biden, unprocessed write-in has won the New Hampshire Democratic primary. Yeah, boy. Doubt Shadow, have you considered doing audiobooks? Cheap and easy money. No, not really. It's too much effort. I prefer writing. Pigar, are you prepared for Sleazy P. Martini this year? Yes, he will definitely be aboard for the live stream for the election. I've already asked him about that. He already basically confirmed. So I'd love to get Sleazy aboard a couple times before then, too. It's just a matter of scheduling. Opinionated Junkie, U.S. is too divided for a draft, even with Trump. I think it could have a draft. It's just bullshit. The Flaxen Saxon Take voted in New Hampshire for Trump today as an undeclared. Asked Mom if she voted at all. She didn't bother as a Biden voter, and she hates Trump. Hashtag pureblood. Sad for your mom. Tell her that Styx is very upset with her. Ozzy's Robots. YouTube won't allow me to say join me on EX. You mean Twitter. Look up Ozzy's Robots on Twitter. I can fucking say it. Patrick Foley, what do you think about James Lindsay? I don't know who that is, actually. Smiley Face, if Nikki switches parties, can the Democrats make her their presidential nominee? I mean, they could, if they wanted to be suicidal. Write-in ballots and moving the Democrats' first primary to South Carolina seems fishy. What do you think? They did that to reward Joe Biden more than anything else, because he won South Carolina, but he did not win New Hampshire in the last election. Jones Johnson, Trump 2024, fuck Joe Biden. Chicago mayor was hospitalized for panic attacks because he can't handle the migrant problem in his sanctuary city. Lol, Dems are weak. Agreed. But the Republicans are weaker, by and large. Let's see. Will Scott, what's the best mountain in Vermont? Mount Tom outside of Woodstock. Great place to hike. RM, if it weren't for Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, and parts of Queens, New York would be a red state. You understand this like me. New York is a different animal. It's not as far left as people think. Yeah, but I mean, there's like 10 million people in those areas. So Philip Blanton sent $4.99. Thank you very much. Mountain Man, did you see Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase on CNBC interview supporting Trump policies after always being opposed, looking to be Secretary of Treasury? Possibly, I guess. Just caffeinating. Can't help it. Anyways, yeah, New Hampshire has been called for Donald Trump. He's almost 10 points ahead right now. We're basically at this point, we need to see the gap between Trump and Nikki Haley. If it's more than 15 points in the end, I suspect that Nikki Haley will suspend her campaign. If it's less, then I think that she'll commit Harry and suicidally go into South Carolina and get owned in her own home state by 30 or so some odd points. So we're hoping for the latter. I'm actually hoping that she prevails as far as that goes, because then there'll be a live stream on South Carolina's primary night, and I can laugh at her when she loses by 30 or at least like 25 points, and then inevitably drops out before Super Tuesday. Kaiser 21. Hey, Sticks, been watching for about a decade at this point. Nice. An old school clanker. Wanted to say you helped teenage me through newfound atheism and being a Satanist for about 5 minutes before settling in as a Luciferian. Clank, clank. Good on you. Excellent. Shiggy Sticks, will you consider running for public office? No, absolutely not. Not unless it's as a joke. I don't want to go to Montpelier, let alone D.C. Why the fuck would I want that when I've got my garden right out back and I can grow turnips and shit as big as your head and horseradish as big as my forearm? Yeah. Scarfy the Strange. If I were writing Has Been Hotel, I'd have the hotel be a psyop by Lucifer to install sleeper agents to take over heaven from within. Interesting. I like Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. I think they're both great. Although I would say I really want the season finale for Hell of a Boss and like just fucking do it because I'm still waiting and it hasn't happened yet. Ozzy's Robots. Texas is still rolling out more barbed wire. If the Bundys held off the feds, how insane do you think Brandon will be? There's also a truck blockade. Yeah, fuck the feds. Texas should rebuke them openly and say, fuck you. Yeah, you're allowed to cut through the wire and we can put up more wire. So it's all good. Ministry of Wrongthink. Just saw a video clip of a guy admitting to a reporter voting for Haley just to stop Trump, then followed up with saying they'd vote Biden in the general. It's so on the nose. How is that legal? Open primary. They're absolutely allowed to do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Like when Vermont votes, I can take a Dem ballot if I want to. It's an open primary. We've got a bunch of chats over on Rumble, too. I'm doing the best I bloody can. Let's see. Spider Eternal, First Gentleman sounds cool as fuck. What a fun title to have. By the way, again, update to everyone. Donald Trump has won New Hampshire as expected. Now we wait to see what the gap is between him and Nikki Haley in the end. So we'll be going for a little while longer. Cat Cans, I think we should go 100 times as hyperbolic as we ever did with Trump, just to torment the Redditor Americans and other assorted lefties. Trump has risen. Trump has come. We await your orders, master. Dead Star. Sticks, what would you say to those who believe your rejection of the ancestral values of the Founding Fathers in favor of civic nationalism makes you a believer in the foundational values of wokeism? I would say the Founding Fathers were civic nationalists. They were classical liberals. They had a civic state in mind. Clearly not a religious one, considering their various thoughts about religion. Mulgera, how often do you think Biden has absolutely horrific anal explosions? I've had a bit of beer, if it isn't obvious. Lol. These days it's more modulated because Jill makes sure that at the same time every day he has the bran muffin and the prune smoothie. He goes and has his pasty bowel movement, and then, he's pretty much good for the rest of the day. The White Menace. Good evening, Sticks, and happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. Yeah, 36 years old. I'm officially midlife crisis mode, but not like Chris Sununu. I don't need to buy a Mustang and then bust somebody around who's 10 years older than me and get all hot on the collar. Ruron. Sticks, would you please consider going on Laura Loomer Unleashed Rumble podcast? I would absolutely go on Laura Loomer's podcast. Absolutely. I think I actually messaged her about that some time ago. I don't think she got back to me. Yeah, if you can put in a good word for Laura Loomer, I'd love to go on her podcast. Absolutely. Wasted Bonehead. Fuck it. Since Sigil isn't here to entertain me, shout out to my Twitter so I can have some followers and I can rub it in his face later. Yes, Wasted Bonehead over on Twitter. Mulgera, I should write a gore grind song called Biden Anal Explosion. Also, can I get a shout out to my Twitter at Blood Old? Yes, you can. That's blood with two zeros instead of O's, I believe. Blood Old. Dead Star. The founding fathers had a civic state in mind for their ancestors. That's the rub. I know. And he says, follow-up, descendants, not ancestors. Yes, exactly. That's what we must restore. Moot the Cat. Sticks, you must learn to know James Lindsay, mathematician and antagonist to the communists. New discourses on YouTube. Maytag Blue Cheese Review? I mean, I'd eat it, I suppose. Edsward. Hi, Sticks. It's been a long time since I managed to watch you live. Brazilian here. If you need any insight into Brazilian matters, feel free to reach me out. DM me on Twitter. That could be very, very valuable, especially during the next election with Bolsonaro presumably will take place in. Sticks666 official on Twitter. I would appreciate that. John A. Douglas. Sticks, my never Trump buddy insists if he gets indicted, he'll be off the ballot in 22 states. Where's that line coming from? Not true, right? No, being indicted doesn't mean anything, actually, in terms of his eligibility on the ballot. He will be on all ballots. It will not matter. And he'd probably win actually easier if he was actually put in prison. Venomous Meek, I'm stoned. So if aliens come to Earth, do you think we should be nice or eliminate them and take their stuff? Lol. Also, should we develop an Iron Dome thing? Iron Dome is fine. I would say if aliens come to the planet, they're fucking crazy because of all the pathogens flying around. They'd get infected and they'd probably die. Be it a little bit like that movie, what was it called? Signs, I think it was, where the aliens come down and it turns out that they can't deal with water. And there's that one dude who like beats the alien with the baseball bat and it falls against a bunch of like water cups that the little girl has half full all over the house. And they pour on him and it like sizzles his body or something. It'd be something like that probably. Aliens aren't coming to Earth, trust me. Aussie's Robots. China's probably printing ballots for every illegal. Yeah, they can try. Sparky, greetings, fearless leader. Greetings to you as well, Sparky. We're having a good night because Donald Trump has officially won. It's just a matter now of the gap between him and Nikki Haley. Soaring Bum NM. It has been an e-ticket ride. Subscriber since the day Trump walked down the steps. A clank from New Mexico. Fuck you, Sticks. I am 60 today. Congratulations. Happy fucking birthday. 60 years young. Every year that I get older, I'm going to say like I'm 37 years young, I'm 38 years young or something, and be in denial. Aging happens to us all. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Everyone's going to die someday. The Rocinante. Hey, Sticks, I've been listening for years and decided it's finally time to send some of my fiat currency. Thanks for everything, and thank you very much for the fiat. Toxic Mix. Can't wait to see you on Timcast. Hope you'll get into a bit on Vivek. Tim seems pretty taken in by him. I have no problem with Vivek Ramaswamy. I've just got a few concerns. William Jeffrey. Recently, a Canadian judge ruled Trudeau's use of the Emergencies Act as unconstitutional and unreasonable. Too little, too late? Yeah, that's saying something. Definitely. Far too little, far too late. John A. Douglas. Sorry, I meant convicted, not indicted. No, I know what you meant. Trump getting convicted won't mean anything either. It's being played up. Sparky, be careful what you drink on Timcast. Tim mitigated Max Blumenthal's effectiveness by getting him drunk on cheap Chicago liquor. Max still sent Tim to school on Ukraine. I hate to say it, but my tolerance is fairly on the high side. So, it's going to take quite a bit to get me drunk. I'm not worried. I like Tim. I consider him a friend. Free Golem. Shout out to the world champions and John Ward returning to the meme war. Yeah, baby. Edsward. By the way, did you see it earlier? Joy Reid expressed her support for the Parental Rights in Education Act. She clearly said it is up to parents to decide what their children have access to read. Shit, I didn't see that. Somebody goddamn DM that to me. That'll definitely be a news story tomorrow. That's surprising. President Irina Vladimirovna Putina. Everyone dies someday. Nah, I'd win. Yeah, there'll be a day when I'm no longer here to clank. That's all right. I'll just reincarnate anyway. Medic Babe 21D. Imagine the VP debates if Trump really picks Stefanik. Holy buckets of blood. The Gen X Gamer. Any plans to live stream Libertarian North Carolina in May? I will be live streaming as long as there's actually a race. I'm not sure how long that'll be. Based on the results that I'm seeing, I would say Haley is riding up close enough to Trump, at least right now. Let me check this. If this remains about the same, about a 6.5 point gap, I would say she probably stays in. And Joe Biden's write-in score. Oh yeah, they're processing the write-ins now for Joe Biden. God, Dean Phillips is doing way better than he's riding on 20, actually. Will yeah, I would say probably Nikki Haley is going to do the bravado thing with her fans if nothing else changes. Let's see. Ballcraft, pee-pee poo-poo. Much of that. The dankest Ron Paul. If pee-pee equates to poo-poo, you must accept wee-wee equates to doo-doo. People might not like it, but them are the facts. Ozzy's Robots. After the recent SCOTUS ruling, do you think there are enough ethical people for Trump to hire? Seems daunting. Swamp is everywhere, and he's easily duped. I don't think he's easily duped. I think that he occasionally extended an olive branch to the establishment, and I think in a second term, he's less likely to do that on important topics. MG, what's the over and under on Ralph surviving 2024? Which Ralph? If you mean Ethan Ralph, yeah, I think he'll survive. Going to be going on his show at some point. Joshua Bryson, okra, pepper, and tomato plants that are cut back and stored above 55 degrees will come back and produce more for several years. Good to know. I will definitely be planting all three of the above. I've got poblano peppers. Oh, yeah. Just mildly spicy, a little bit beyond Anaheim. Nice and smoky flavor. Hustle, muscle, gaze. Reincarnate as a herd bull. You'll have more fun that way. I don't know. If I couldn't reincarnate as a human, I'd choose to be like a raven or something. The ravens out there, they roll around in the snow. They kiss each other. They talk to each other. They walk around next to each other. And just like a human couple, actually. Salt A. Hey, Sticks, it was my birthday a few days ago. Oh, happy birthday, belatedly. Sorry about that. Who do you see as VP picks? Would it be MAGA light like Zelda Gnome or full-on MAGA like Lake or Vivek? All four of those are on the table, as well as Tulsi Gabbard, as well as potentially DeSantis, Stefanik, a few others. The Gen X Gamer. Meant the Libertarian National Convention in May. Yeah, if that's live streamed, I'll stream it, yeah. Lucas C. Federal court ruled today Trudeau's use of Emergency Act during truck convoy protest was unconstitutional. It's too bad everything's retroactive now, isn't it? Palandoi. Anything worth knowing about Dean Phillips? Yeah, that he's the coherent alternative to Joe Biden, but he's got no chance in hell. He will lose. RM. New York should be a red state. Yeah, I mean, if New York City was sunk into the ocean, but it's definitely it's above sea level at the moment. So let's see. Snack Bottle. You'd think they'd assassinate Trump? Even MSM is accepting Trump might win. I've been looking at the articles. They definitely would try. That's the next step after the lawfare. Roron, Sticks. So many people think President Trump could pick DeSantis as VP. Please explain why this isn't possible. Thank you. It is possible. It's just not likely. I think that he wants somebody who will be more in the background, preferably female. I lean towards Kristi Noem, Tulsi Gabbard, somebody like that. Possibly Carrie Lake, although she's a charismatic. He doesn't mind a charismatic as long as it's got a vagina. But I don't think he would be likely to choose Ron DeSantis. It's possible. I wouldn't get off the Trump train if he did. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Ruron. Sticks, during the week, what time do you live stream on the weekdays? What specific time PST? Usually around 11 or so EST. I don't know what time that is. Is it like 8 a.m. Pacific, I think? Ish. Somewhere around there. I'm not good with time zones. You're asking the wrong person. Mulgara, seeing left-leaning libertarians simp for Haley because Orange Man Bad is so fucking weird. There is no such thing as a left-leaning libertarian. You are either on the economic left or you can be libertarian, not both. J. Russ of Auburn Valley, clank, 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 I tell you, clank. Snack bottle, what's worse, communism or globalism? They are the same thing, actually. J. Russ of Auburn Valley, have you ever heard of John Michael Greer or read his blog Ecosphere? I don't agree with his neo-Malthusian views, but love his occult history and political takes. I have heard of him. I don't know of his views. And a follow-up, I especially love Greer's book, The King in Orange. Wasted Bonehead, Sticks, thoughts on Alice Cooper? Alice Cooper is cool, absolutely. Poison is a great song. Well, most of his songs are great, so I'll just put it at that. Music and fiction, Afuera. Mulgera, what's your favorite depressive, suicidal black metal band? Oh, does Buck Wallanuxiwe count? I think they're definitely on the atmospheric side. I don't know if it counts as depressive black metal, but Buck Wallanuxiwe. It's I think a Canadian band, if I remember correctly. Very, very obscure. I only know of it because of the depressive black metal blog years and years and years and years ago. Back when all the blogs had, music on them. Before Mega Upload got fucked in the ass. They all had all sorts of downloads. Had all sorts of cool music. King of Biltong. Check out our Rumble and YouTube for food videos, recipes. Link to our recipe blog on www.antonsusa.com/recipes blog. King of Biltong on Rumble and eat at Anton's on YouTube. We prioritize posting to Rumble. Yes, go to antonsusa.com or kingofbiltong.com. Is it King of Biltong? I think so. Yes, you can get some good meat. And I think Anton is actually sending me some good shit soon. Take some of that on Timcast. Snack Bottle, what do you think of the term Lolbertarian? I am not cut up about it. I do not care. Patrick Foley, ain't no way you don't know who James Lindsay, Z, not Zay, is. He's one of the grievance studies affair peeps. He's a brilliant guy, but slowly going insane from too much Twitter. Intriguing individual. I went insane years ago, so I don't know. Alex Jones, hey Sticks, please move your screen up so we can see the percent of precincts reporting. Okay, yeah. 23% of votes counted. It has been called for Donald Trump, 52.5% to 46.6%. So the writing's on the wall. Again, it looks like the Seacoast area is going to be a little bit more for Haley, around Concord maybe. She got Dixville Notch and a few here. And I expect most of the core of the state here, if I had to guess, is going to be for Donald Trump. So we'll look at the Democrats. Joe Biden has won as a write-in candidate with 1.2% of the vote. Big goddamn surprise there because, they mounted a write-in campaign. Now we'll see if Dean Phillips can crack 20, like in the final result. He may actually very well do it. He's at 20.4 right now. And that would be a problem for Joe Biden, considering his campaign style. Alex Jones. Yeah. The Great Awakening, New York or New Jersey turning red first. Neither in this election cycle. They will both remain blue. Yellow Raw News. Nows. Have you seen the Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson cataclysm and Younger Dryas theory? If so, what's your take on the theory? Ghost pepper biltong was good. Yes, Anton's ghost pepper biltong was delicious and got eaten very quickly. I have not seen that particular theory. You can DM me on Twitter with details. Ega the Incubus, morning sticks, is Vivek still a plant in your eyes? I don't know if you've been asked this already. Yeah, I still think so. I know this puts me in the minority. All of a sudden, he endorses Donald Trump and he immediately gets cleansed of all of his sins. Well, I don't work that way. Ega the Incubus, as I understand it, regardless of how we feel about a Trump DeSantis ticket, it's impossible because of the 12th Amendment and both are residents of Florida. It is actually possible. It's just, I think, unlikely. I do think, actually, and the Trump derangement syndrome sufferers are right about one thing. DeSantis was clearly offered something to give his endorsement. I do not deny that. But that's the way it works within politics. Panic at the Bistro. Do you think the election system is completely corrupt, or do the people still actually have a voice? I think they do have a voice. I have a friend who won't vote because he thinks this way. Curious on your thoughts. Fuck Nikki Gale. No, we do have a voice, which is why they're afraid. That's why the ballot printers go brr. Rory Fairs. Hey, Sticks, I watch you during my morning constitution. Thanks for helping me stay regular. Clank. Does that mean you do poo-poo when you're watching me? Ah, shit. Carla Vegas. Haha, I hope Sticks makes more off super chats than Timmy. I do like making money, admittedly speaking. Craig, happy belated birthday, Sticks. Thank you very much. How does Trump avoid picking another Mike Pence establishment sellout? Preferably by simply not doing so. I think that he's learned his lesson from his first term. I do believe that you got to realize he wasn't in politics ever before. He had to learn on the fly. And I think that he thought that extending an olive branch to the neocons would get them to lay off of him, give him his policies. And that didn't really work. Well, I mean, kind of, sort of, but not in general. I think he's learned his lesson now. Champion Magnus. How likely is an attack on the U.S. by enemies rushing to do it before Trump returns as time runs out before the potato leaves office? Also, shooting videos. Yeah, I'd like to do some gun videos. Unfortunately, fairly likely. But we're already seeing that with the Houthis, with Iran, with Russia, with China potentially, with Venezuela, with Palestine. Things are popping off all over. I don't know how many more wars we can possibly brook. Angry Bellsprout. By the way, good Pokemon. Should Texas start putting mines below the wire so there can be more entertaining times watching feds cut the wire? That would result in some legal problems. Sparky, brush up on your geopolitics to prep for Timcast by binge watching the Duran, plus Max Blumenthal on the Gray Zone. Tim goes with establishment geopolitical narrative. Take over and make it more Stickscast. I don't have any problem with Tim Pool. I honestly don't understand people that do. RM, Sticks, you're not hearing me. Long Island, Staten Island, and parts of Queens, where Donald Trump was born. When out of this liberal hold the governor, mayor, and ghetto neighborhoods have over us. Oh, no, I know there is plenty of resistance, but you've got to understand the broad plethora of people are still locked into that liberal mindset, unfortunately. Mr. Kangaroo, will you be commenting on the Brandon Herrera versus Tony Gonzalez debate? Should it be live streamed? No, because I don't know who those are. MG, if I were a deep state or MSM, I'd let Trump win. 4 years of acceleration in ratings with a lame duck president, likely without a Senate majority. I would disagree with you on that one. Hello, my fellow N-words. Just tuning in. Did you see 100 plus journos fired from LA Times? Yeah, that was great. And Michael Malice trolling them. Pull up his X account and read some of them. Yeah, apparently the LA Times is having a real big problem. Oh, you poor people. It couldn't be fucking better. What a great day. Simple Logic 90. Good Lord. Charlie Kirk and Jack Passot just being downers on their stream. Came back here for the white pills. Jack Passot is fine. I don't think he's being a downer. J Bones 333. Did we already discuss the Kerry Lake and Jeff DeWitt audio from earlier today? I am late. Yes, that was brought up. I'm still going to be looking into it more before I report on that tomorrow, but it's definitely of interest to me. Sparky. Gypsies and Roma originate from South Asia. Vivek may have some of those genes. I don't understand why so many people hate the gypsies or the Roma people. They seem pretty base to me. You know, cool dances, drink a lot of liquor. They have cool wagons and shit. Nice food. I don't fucking understand it. Logan Porter, what can be done about Dems voting for Haley? Absolutely nothing in an open primary. And it does not matter because Donald Trump is crushing her at the moment by still, let's see, still crushing her by about 6 points. About as expected. Time to move to Mars. We listen to you daily. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you very much. Axzilla, I see your medallion. Is it safe to assume you're a brother of the Black Templars? Glory to the Emperor. No, I'm not a member of the Black Templars. Carla Vegas, Brandon is hot. Holy goddamn shit. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, he's hot if he gets into a warm bath, I suppose. Nathan Rain sent $1. No comment, thank you. Toxic Mix. New York will turn red once New York City falls back into the eye of terror, which may be sooner than later, since apparently the demon Primarch of the World Eaters is presiding over Trump's court case. B. Please do a Reaper Biltong review. I wish to destroy my taste buds alongside you. The Reaper Biltong, when it comes, I will definitely do a video of that. Yes. I've already told Anton I would do that. Let's see. I think Pumpkin Firecrafts. Happy belated birthday, Sticks. Yes, by the way, Pumpkin Firecrafts and Anton's USA, both in the description cross-platform, as well as the books blog, which is also pinned at the top on YouTube. We've got some merch available. You can get some good meat. You can get some bookmarks. You can get some mugs. You can get some keychains and everything else under the sun. We've got a lot of shit available. It's all with the Ouroboros, or tasty in nature. Ruron, Sticks, have you seen pro-Trump flags or signs in Vermont, or is it considered taboo? Vermonters do it a little bit differently. You're not going to see a whole lot of political expression in Vermont. It's just, we don't really do it that way. I will be getting a Trump yard sign, however. Cyber Yankee, fuck Anton and fuck you too. That Wagyu is crack and I'm addicted. And I couldn't find the goddamn meat pie. I want a meat pie. Okay, Anton, you got to get Cyber Yankee in there, I guess. He needs meat pies. He's desperate for them. Transylvanian 90, Sticks, Romanian here. Gypsies are to Eastern Europe what the perma victim groups in the US are. They also commit crimes on a vastly larger scale. I don't think that I can say that on a YouTube live stream. My apologies. Yeah, but I don't know. Until I've experienced a culture myself, I refuse to judge them. I've experienced many cultures. Some of them I judge. John Hoyle, I always thought that Vermont snow showers under shaken branches was correctly done naked. Yeah, but I mean, if I make a naked video, I might get banned. I mean, you'd need a magnifying glass in order to identify the particular reason why it should be banned. But that being said, I'm not willing to risk it anyway. You need a microscope. But, some of you have microscopes. I don't want to get banned on YouTube. Michael Cricklow, if you were born in a third world country, stressful environment, or deplorable conditions, how would you pull yourself out and make a better life for yourself? I'd farm, because farming is pretty cool. Nathan Rain, hi Sticks, you have changed my life, brother. Thank you so much for doing what you do. I started watching you in 2015 and have watched you every day since. You truly do make a difference. I am glad to have had a positive impact in your life. Keep uplifting yourself, my man. Sparky, establishment gerrymandered Congressman, Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, out of office for a reason. Trump should pick him for VP. Alan West can tell Trump when military is BSing him. Rob Walker, hello, Sticks. Been a fan for several years, and I'm glad to follow a fellow Vermonter. Yeah, sorry you came back to find it in the progressive state it's in. Yeah, but, New Hampshire's right next door, so it's all good. Odrinol Zenitram. Brandon Herrera is the AK guy on YouTube. Gun guy. Nice. Matthew Richardson. No way the 2024 election is allowed to happen. Oh, it will happen. It's just they will try to honk it. And we have to overcome them. Ozzy's Robots. Why did the Federalist Society suggest such god-awful picks to Trump? Dems picks never break ranks. GOP SCOTUS picks rarely stick together. Yeah, I mean, it just happens. Wendigo, Trump should make Biden his VP. That would be fucking funny. Yeah, no, I can't do a naked snow shake video because I'd get banned even if you can't see anything. So, 10.2 centimeters, it's not going to be, in a 720, definitely it wouldn't be much of a sin. Let's see. Ruron, hopefully no far-left liberal goes bananas after seeing that sign. I'm the only person in my family that has supported President Trump since 2015. I have, actually. Fuck it. Let me show you. I still got it. I'm not getting rid of it neither. Yeah, you can see this without a magnifying glass. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm keeping this forever. Trump Pence, make America great again. Well, you can drop the Pence from it, but I'm keeping the sign the way it is. Ooh. I don't want that to destroy anything. Get in there. There we go. Trump and Pence. Yeah, baby. I'll take the Trump minus the Pence. Jason Lane, Mike Obama is a last-minute emergency candidate. Thoughts? Not going to happen. Nope. Nathan Rain, maybe I missed it, but how did Biden do with the write-in attempt? Oh, we will check that now. Biden has won with the unprocessed write-in. That just makes it even funnier. They've only processed like 400 votes. He's presumptively gotten like at least 20,000 of those. So he has won. But Dean Phillips has come in ahead of expectations, actually, which is really bad for Joe Biden. Meanwhile, Trump has been called the winner with 53% currently of the vote to Nikki Haley's 46%. She's riding a bit above. He's riding about at the aggregate he was expected at. But keep in mind, most of these are going to be Trump counties. And many of them only started counting in the last 30 minutes. I expect him to be about 55, Nikki Haley about 45 or thereabouts. It's going to be, a low double-digit gap, a high single-digit gap or something like that. So about as expected. She'll probably stay in. She'll claim that that's some sort of victory, going on to South Carolina where she's fucking 35 points behind. By the way, please send no more super chats because I don't think that we're going to have to go as long as we did in Iowa. And regardless, I am going to have to take a break in a few minutes anyway. Nathan Rain. Yeah, I just read that one. What the fuck? I'm doing the best of bloody can. Sparky, I've been a fan of Tim Pool almost as long as I've been a clanker. Max Blumenthal improved Tim by sending him to school on geopolitics, and you can do the same. What's wrong with helping Tim learn? Yeah, but I mean, I disagree with you on multiple geopolitical topics. Your idea of me making Tim learn may not be my idea of making Tim learn. Also, I'd rather talk about goddamn psychedelics and shit. Kevin Strange, Sticks, I wrote a novel about a giant robot Barack Obama fighting a giant zombie made of zombies. It's called Robomapocalypse, and it's on Amazon. If you DM me on Twitter and send me a signed copy of that, you'll get one hell of a shout out. That sounds exactly like the sort of book I'd like to read. I got like 5 books over that I've got to read already, but Jesus. Joe, why won't Michelle Obama get in? Reasoning, she's sworn off politics. And I think that she's serious about that. Elvin Recio, I was going to spend these $5 on porn, but decided to give it to you. Thanks for helping me kick the habit. Well, thank you, Elvin. I think, it's probably well spent. Why the fuck would you buy porn anyway? It's free on the internet. John, I can't have my morning bowel movement without your videos. Keep up the good work. Your insight and humor is appreciated by us all. Rip Chan, the janitor. Yes, Chan the janitor, the originator of certain Hong Kong viruses in the past. He got buried by the commie party. I'm glad that you shit when you watch my videos. I'm glad that I am a laxative. I have that effect on people. Let's see. Trip Boom, for the love of God, will pay not to see it. Clank. Ronan361. Sticks, would you adopt a kitten to be your new co-host if your current cats don't like the live stream? Proven fact, the internet loves kittens. Could be lucrative too. No, I think there's enough cats around here. They just have to get back used to me because I was gone for more than 4 years. They're not quite familiar with me, but they're warming up to me already because I have that effect on animals. Cyber Yankee, desperate but not serious. I went and voted. It was fun. Every clanker should try it. 24 candidates on the ballot. I counted. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the ballot here, and it's fucking insane. We Freemen 22. Hey, Sticks, Keene, New Hampshire here. I've been to Keene. Used to have a great all-you-can-eat buffet there. Unfortunately, went out of business. Lots of TDS in this county, unfortunately. I know some of the people in this town that took a Republican ballot to vote Haley. Good news is that I got like 10 people to vote for Trump. MAGA. Good on you. Dead Star. Sticks, have you noticed any throttling on X again? A lot of based creators are reporting that Elon named his price and the right is being algorithmically smacked back down. I have not, actually. I seem to be soaring ahead on Twitter anyway. Maybe I'm not on their naughty list. I don't know. Let's see. Ryan Acorn. Here's some shekels for Sticks and a few for Anton. Let's see what all this biltong noise is about. Oh, trust me, get some of that shit. Doesn't matter which kind you get, it'll be delicious. Joe, you are the sexiest hammer on all the internet. Oh my, let's see. Oh, thank you. I don't swing both ways though, my dude. SP Elite, someone should sue in New Hampshire and say all votes with Joe Biden are null and need his full legal name in order to count. Bet there's a few Joe Bidens. Yeah, exactly. Like if you put an S on the end, does it still count? I bet they do count it. Angry Bellsprout. A few years ago, I sent a super chat to Tim about taking citizenship away from anchor babies and had full-on Melty yelling about how anchor baby is a racist slur. What a moron he is. Well, I mean, he's entitled to his opinion on his own show, isn't he? I don't know. I don't have a problem with the dude. Michael Varney, H2O, says the fight is not over as of 5 minutes ago. I think that the fight is over because Donald Trump, with, let's see, 25% of the votes counted is ahead by almost 10 points. The race is over. And again, you got to realize most of these outlying precincts here, I don't know if you can see what I'm highlighting, most of these will be Trump territory. The Seacoast region, probably Haley. Around Concord, Haley. A few of these areas along the margins of the state, probably Haley. Everything else will probably be Trump. So he has one. He's been called as the winner. Vermont Red Pill. Yeah. Sticks, big fan. I'm a based female Vermonter. We are a rare breed. Can you please give my channel, Vermont Red Pill, a shout out? Absolutely. Vermont Red Pill. Yeah. Fellow Vermonter. We got a lot of them. Actually, I met a clanker in the Tennybrook when I went out earlier. Vermont Red Pill. Let me look that up. Maybe I'll subscribe here. Vermont Red Pill. Sounds good. Vermont Red Pill. You can expect a subscription. I have subscribed. Let's see. What's this? I miss when Sticks would have 3 videos out around midnight for me to sleep to, says JR. My apologies, although I make 5 goddamn videos a day, I'm doing the best that I can. Gotta realize I'm back on the EST time zone. Hal Coker, how about a stream with Salty Cracker? Clank. Yeah, absolutely. All he's got to do is, or anyone else, is DM me. I would love to go on with Salty Cracker. He seems like a cool dude. Madoff Stitler said $9.99. That's one hell of a goddamn username. Let's see. So yes, Donald Trump has actually won in New Hampshire. As before, we are simply monitoring the differential here. He's got 46,400 votes. Nikki Haley has 39,800 votes. That's a difference of 53.4 to 45.7, roughly in line with polling. Haley riding a little bit ahead, and it's mainly because of Democratic voters actually joining in. But that, I think, is going to die down when you get into some of these counties here. And I was born in New Hampshire. I'm well aware of the state. If you look at this area here, that's going to be Trump territory. This is going to be Trump territory. Probably, I'm surprised he's ahead in Manchester, actually. I would assume that'd be more Nikki Haley, like liberals and stuff. She'll probably win in the Seacoast and down into this region, generally. She'll probably win a few of these counties. Those are right up on the edge of Vermont. Those tend to be more liberal. And a few others here and there. The rest is probably Trump running the deck. I would expect, again, maybe 54 to 45 or thereabouts, with Trump running in the high single-digit margin of victory, which means that Nikki Haley probably is crazy enough not to drop out, which makes my job a lot more fun because then I get to go into South Carolina in her own home state and she gets humiliated, just absolutely laid waste to by like 30 points or thereabouts. And then you put the race away. I mean, the race is already over. Simply by Donald Trump winning in New Hampshire, the race is fundamentally over. But Nikki Haley may or may not get the actual message. She may be goddamn crazy enough to stay in the race. By the way, please send no more super chats. I'm probably going to cut it off at an hour 30 here, in like 10 minutes or something like that. It'll be a little bit shorter than Iowa, simply because the writing is on the wall. It's already been called by AP and others. Miko Unknown, thank God Nimarana Randhawa didn't get New Hampshire. As an American born living in the Canadian SSR, I look forward to voting in my second U.S. election. Cool. Celeste, thank you, Vermont, from Pennsylvania. Yelra Nows, DM'd you on Twitter about the Younger Dryas theory. I will take a look at that tomorrow. I have a feeling as soon as I get offline tonight, I'm basically going to sack out. Michael Varney. H2O says there are dozens of states left. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of states left. It's just that Nimarata Haley doesn't have a goddamn chance in any of them. Joe, do you remember that one time that thing happened? Yeah, I remember that thing. Celeste, oops, thank you, New Hampshire from Pennsylvania. Sorry, Sticks, I keep thinking of where you live. Well, I live in Vermont, not New Hampshire, but yeah, I was born in New Hampshire, so it's all good. Come on, they're basically the same state. Crows, when you're in the States, going on Timcast IRL would be great. I am in the States, and I am going on Timcast IRL in like a week, actually. It's going to be fucking fun. And supposedly I get to see Pet Monkey, which is something like, I remember there was one dude in Woodstock. He had a pet monkey. This was when I was shaking hands, oddly enough, with Hillary Clinton back in the 1990s. There's a picture of that. I'll show you sometime. And there was this old eccentric dude with a top hat and like a red suit and shit. And he had like a pet monkey, like the little organ grinder monkeys that you have. And I saw that. I thought it was hilarious. And I love monkeys. I think they're great. Some people are weirded out by them. I think they're fucking great. No Electric Centaur. The song is Shock the Monkey by Peter Gabriel. Shock the monkey. Hey, 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 hey. At this point, the race has been called, so I can just mouth off. Dead Star. Sticks, have you noticed any... Oh, I already did that. No, I have not noticed any throttling on X. If anything, let's see here. Just a second, everyone. Let me check this. Almost 10,000 people watching live, by the way. I think, actually... Yeah, no, it's almost 155,000 people subscribe to me on Twitter. Uh-oh. Where did my tab go? Was I accidentally sharing my Twitter tab? I don't know what the fuck is going on. All right, just a second. Yeah. Nice try. Nice try, bitch. There we go. 47,000 for Trump, 41,000 for Nikki Haley. Trump has been called as the winner with almost a third of the votes counted. Again, as you see, this is beginning to fill in for Trump as expected. Most of this will be for Trump. Again, I'm familiar with New Hampshire politics. This whole area, this whole belt will be for Trump. The areas around here, Concord and possibly the Seacoast and a few of these areas on the edge of the state will be for Nikki Haley, mostly. Probably Plainfield, I would imagine. Lyme will probably be for Nikki Haley. And then these outlying areas, this is very close and contested. That may go for Trump. That's 95% of the votes counted, so it's very close. You'll see a few smatterings for Haley in these regions, maybe down into here, Salem, Exeter, Rye. By the way, Northampton, one of the greatest places in the world during the summer, Northampton. You should definitely go there. Go to Ray's Seafood. Abso-goddamn-fucking-lutely. Get the seafood chowder and tell them that I sent you. Fucking get it. Just trust me. Or the calamari. Oh, boy, that's good. Oh, fried calamari with ketchup, of course. Salty Ironworker. I'm a Union, New York City ironworker, and I work all of this shithole city. What I've been seeing is small Black and Latino rallies for Trump in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. Thought you'd find it interesting. Things are changing slowly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Vermont Red Pill. I'd love to start a Vermont MAGA movement, but I'm afraid I'll get Epsteined in this dark blue state. Hell, I'll fucking, I walk outside, I just open carry, and I'll wear my MAGA hat, and anyone who fucks with me, they have a problem. Of course, I'm in Rutland, so, you know, it's more of a 50-50 area. It's more of a swing state portion of Vermont. I don't know where you're from. If you're in the Burlington area, definitely. You got to keep it under your hat, so to speak, a little bit more. Taco Woman, Sandy Ravage, Breitbart says that Haley is staying in. Oh, yeah, at this particular juncture, if she's losing by less than 10, she probably stays in. But keep in mind, a lot of these outlying counties are going to be Trump territory. We're going to have to wait and see, because a lot of those more rural areas out there, some of them start counting the votes later, and it'll take longer. So it's probably like I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to have to make a video about it. Depending on the results, Nikki Haley may or may not have dropped out. She's crazy if she stays in through South Carolina. Absolutely batshit. But then again, she's crazy Nikki for a reason. So we might have some fireworks in South Carolina. I really, really hope that that's... I'm actually hoping that she stays in, because it'll be fucking hilarious. That's what I'm hoping for. I want Nikki Haley to stay in, just so I can justify Nevada and South Carolina's live streams. Well, I make money. I get more attention. It'll be funny to humiliate her. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Haley has already stated she will continue. Well, that's her problem. You know, she's going to lose tonight. DTF. Hey, Sticks. How you doing? Hope all is well. Wandered on over to Diamond Run Mall lately. LMAO. Hope those gloves I sent are working for you. Take care. Yeah. The Diamond Run Mall is defunct. It has closed up, which is sad. I've actually got a picture of me on the bench, like when most of the shop fronts had already closed. This is a few years ago. I have a picture of me like doing the Jesus mode thing, actually, in the Diamond Run Mall, only a few months before it closed permanently. Anyway, yes, Donald Trump has won the state of New Hampshire. Apparently, Nikki Haley's nuts enough to stay in, which is not a huge surprise. Yeah, I think that it still depends on the differential, though. There are a lot of counties that are outstanding here. As far as the write-in campaign, yes, Joe Biden at 4.1%. Oh, my God. Dean Phillips is riding above 20, though. If he gets above 20, that's actually pretty good for a campaign that is fending off a technical incumbent. Meanwhile, Marianne Williamson, she's disappeared. She blocked me on Twitter some time ago, so I'm glad to see her fail. Much as I would like to see her beat out Joe Biden, I don't think that's going to happen. Poor Marianne Williamson. Ruron, is AP the best place for up-to-date polling information? I don't know. It's just convenient because they have both the Republican and Democratic primary results. I don't know if it's the most up-to-date. It's just the one that I happen to be using. So we have Joe Biden's write-in campaign. Yeah, baby. Joe Biden writing in, about 70 probably or thereabouts. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, who actually has a contender, he's been declared the victor. He has been for the last 20 minutes or so. He's riding almost 10 points ahead of Nikki Haley. And again, based on what I know about New Hampshire politics, you can expect most of the core of the state to be Trump territory. A few urban areas, a few border areas here, and the seacoast probably go for Nikki Haley. And that's also a considerable proportion of the population. All these other rural counties, for the most part, I have a feeling will go for Trump. Here's 95% of votes counted in Hart. Trump got 14 votes and Nikki Haley got 5. And that's 95% counted. So like one other person, they haven't counted their vote. Hart's location, by the way, is literally the name there. This is New England, my man. That's the way that we roll. God, you should see goddamn Vermont. Crippled mankind. Now that Tim Pool pointed out how Nikki doesn't open her mouth and clenches her teeth when she talks, I can't unsee it. Yeah, I've noticed that. She has some goddamn problems. A little bit dysgenic, you know? So yeah, I think that I will go offline. We're an hour and 30 in, but the race has been called for Donald Trump, and almost 10,000 people were watching live. I would go a little bit longer, but the thing is, you know, it no longer matters because the race is fundamentally over. Apparently, Haley's crazy enough to stay in, which I'm actually very, very glad about. Nikki Haley staying in through South Carolina is like a wet dream to me because it means that I can go live on South Carolina's primary night and watch her get completely humiliated by probably 25 to 30 points and then drop out right before Super Tuesday. I'm really hoping she does not drop because then there's something to do before Super Tuesday. She drops and then you go into Super Tuesday and, you know, they'll have a smattering of votes for like Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, and people like that. And it'll be goddamn funny as hell. So I thank you to the nearly 10,000 people who watched live. I will be going live tomorrow at my normal time, midday, with the normal news schedule. Same on Thursday and Friday. I'm going to try to scrape together some news tips and so forth, and we'll have some goddamn fun. I'm sure that I will be covering tonight's results tomorrow once they come all in. But Donald Trump has been declared the victor based on exit polling. I'm assuming in part he will win. Now we just have to wait until we see the gap between Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. If it's more than 15 points in the end, Nikki Haley probably begrudgingly drops out. If it's between 15 and 10, like the writing's on the wall, nobody gives a fuck anymore. If it's below that, it's more like, hey, Nikki Haley kind of made up a little bit of the gap. She goes into South Carolina. She claims that it was some great victory. Hey, I came in second place by 8 points. I'm a winner. She's delusional, and her fans are delusional too. Like, goddamn. There were some Ron DeSantis influencers that had some issues. None of them were anywhere near as delusional as anything I've seen from the Nikki Haley fans. GF Savages says, but. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate the $10, though. I don't want any more super chats. I've gotten plenty of them, as you see. So I will go live tomorrow, and we'll be talking. I guarantee we'll be talking about the primary results. But again, looking at the map, you can expect this to go purple for Trump, up into here, up into here. You can expect a few more of these kinds potentially to go more for Nikki Haley, the Seacoast region again, and possibly around the Concord area. And that's pretty much, those are the only areas of support that she has. I'm woke to New Hampshire politics, having been born there, living next door. I'm aware of New Hampshire and the general regions. Also, I have to see all the goddamn ads that people put up in New Hampshire because WCAX canvasses both Vermont and New Hampshire, as well as parts of upstate New York. And so I had to see dozens and dozens and dozens of Nikki Haley ads. What a goddamn fun time it was. Oh, I'm Nikki Haley, and I approve this message. Hey, do you want to start World War III? Fucking vote for me, and I'll press the little red button on day one. That's basically her campaign pitch. So, yeah, we've got all sorts of cool stuff to talk about. It looks like we will be going into Nevada and South Carolina and live streaming there, which actually, for me, is really, really good. I'm almost glad that she's only losing by a single-digit margin, actually, right now, because then I can ridicule her more down the road. That's about all. Peace out.